Hey guys, welcome back to another war video. Today is about Soulstones because the Soulstone changes were just released and I know a lot of people are not super happy with them. So I want to go over how I would kind of fix it, make this change a little bit better, but I also want to explain why I don't think that it's as bad as people are saying. So hear me out. Do not just get upset and discard everything I'm saying because you want to you just disagree off the bat. Let me explain. Let's go over how this actually is. So first of all, the Soulstone Shards are an addition. The way they work is instead of having the single RNG chance of an unpolished legendary Soulstone being delivered when you open a chest, which obviously some people are getting like 20 Soulstones. I know someone that has pretty much 20 Soulstones, while one of my accounts has 10 total, and almost all of those are free handouts. So there's a lot of variance, and the goal of these Soulstone Shards is to make it so that a lot of that variance is gone. So these are now in all of the chests between Abyss, Nightmare 4, and Nightmare 3 at varying amounts, and you are, I think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong if you're on Forerunner, I think these are guaranteed to drop from every chest every single day, which means you are guaranteed to get part of a Soulstone. Now, this is a good thing compared to the raw RNG chance because of a few things. Number one is these function the same as the random demon soldiers. The random demon soldiers are not part of the actual chests in your guild boss. They just aren't. The way that it works is when you open the chest, you get your rewards, whether it's 6 or 8, depending on how many chest items you get. They are not a part of that. They are a part of what happens after, which means after you open it, after you click through all your rewards, you are given a demon soldier or a demon soldier chest, sometimes even both. That is exactly how the shards work. So the shards are additional. So even if these drop very infrequently, this is additional, which means not only is it the current system in place already, it is extra, which is undeniably a good thing. Whether you are unhappy about how it works, which is how I'm going to propose some changes, it is impossible to argue that this is a bad thing, okay? This is additional. This is nothing else. Okay, it does not impair the pool, it does not impair anything. Now, these can range between 2 to 3 on Abyss, 2 to 4 when you get to 35k or above. Nightmare 4 has it at about 1 to 3 or 1 to 2 if you're on a lower chest. And on Nightmare 3, they only have it on the top 2, where you get 1 to 2. So the way this works is, at minimum, every day, you are going to be able to get 4. If you are getting high in, or if you are even getting a chest in Abyss, which isn't too difficult for players that have been playing for a while. So you can get 4 to 9. Okay, now if you do the math, essentially, you take that 1200 that you need for a Soulstone, you put it into the calculator or whatever, and what it gives you is, it gives you the luckiest you can get. You will get a Soulstone, additional Soulstone, every 133 days, which sounds amazing. Every 4 months you get a Soulstone, right? That's the dream. But on the lower end, if you were to get 4 a day, you are going to get 1 Soulstone every 300 days. So you are guaranteed, if you are even hitting the lowest chest on every single one, if you were hitting 5,000 on Abyss, if you were hitting 1,400 on, actually, are they on there? No, they aren't. If you're hitting 6,500 on Nightmare 4, and if you are hitting the 6,500 on Nightmare 3, which you can do after a decent time of playing, you are going to be able to get a free Soulstone given no matter what every 300 or so days. Okay, that is additional. That's a given, no matter what, forever. Now, a couple things that I've seen as complaints, and some of the complaints I have is really the whole idea of having this in the first place, of having unpolished legendary Soulstone Shards, is to eliminate some of the RNG of Soulstones in general, right? Like I said earlier, I have guildmates, like for example, DCT, shout out DCT, he is a lucky MFer. It is so annoying to see him pull Soulstone after Soulstone. He has pretty much 20 Soulstones on his account. Then we go over to my account that I'm playing on now, and this thing has 2 polished pulled and maybe 2 unpolished pulled in the history of playing. This account is a day 1 account that is objectively pretty lucky in other areas, but when it comes to Soulstones, in almost 800 days, it has pulled 3 to 4 total. That is kind of ridiculous when you look at people who have pulled 12 Soulstones or 10 Soulstones or whatever, and then whatever has been given for free. It's ridiculous, right? It's how it feels. And the new Soulstone changes, the new shards, are too RNG heavy. People can still remain lucky and get a Soulstone every 4 or so months, while other people are going to be taking almost the entire year for a single unpolished. I think the RNG is too much. Another thing is people are really upset with the number of shards. I think this is really dumb. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. If you are complaining about the amount of shards, I get it, but also we're getting 4 to 9 a day. If you do the math, that's on average about a Soulstone every 200 days. The amount of shards is not the is not the problem. They could have done 30 shards and you get 1 Soulstone shard every single week, and that'll be around the same time, and people wouldn't have as much of a problem with that, right? I think that's a little silly, but I do acknowledge that having such a high number for no apparent reason is a little silly. So let's get into some solutions. Personally, what I want to see is I want to see consistency. Okay, I am okay in my mind with 2 unpolished a year for free from this sort of thing. So between, 150 days and 200 days is the sweet spot. Every about 6 months, you're going to get an additional Soulstone just for playing. I mean, this is a big deal, right? That's good. I mean, we didn't have that before, right? That would be 2 Soulstones a year that we wouldn't get otherwise. I mean, if you were playing at the beginning of the game and this was added, that would be 4 unpolished Soulstones on your account. No one has an issue with that, right? So what I think they should do is they should eliminate some of the variants. So my idea is this. I think instead of it being a range on every single chest, have it be 1 single Soulstone shard on Nightmare 3. Guaranteed only 1. On Nightmare 4, have it be 1 Soulstone shard guaranteed. So if you're doing Nightmare 3 and Nightmare 4, you're getting at least 2. Then for Abyss, make it so the lowest amount is a single stone, a single shard, and then at whatever point you want it to be, make it 1 to 2. This means that it is about 3 to 4 a day. But at the same time, you need to lower the amount of shards needed. So what I propose is they lower it to about 500 or 600 shards. Because when you see 1,200, that is ridiculously high, right? It feels very discouraging, like you're never going to get it, even if you do the math and you will get it. It still feels a little wrong. So what they should do is lower it to about 500 or 600. So let's say they do 3 to 4 Soulstone shards a day, right? We can take the 500, divide it by 3. That would be 166 days. Or if you get luckier, 500 divided by 4, that would be about 125 days. That's if they want to be super generous, but I think, honestly, this update is very generous. I think if you're saying it isn't, you're insane. This is additional, right? You guys can disagree with me, but it is literally free stuff forever. So, and maybe they will even release shard sources in different pieces of content, and it'll become even easier. I don't freaking know. Either way, let's say 600, which is more likely what they would do. 600 divided by 3. You are guaranteed at most a Soulstone every 200 days. That is about almost 2 Soulstones every year. And then if you take into account the fact that you could get 4 if you are doing a higher chest, which I think is the point of having it so that you're able to get more the higher you go. 600 divided by 4 is 150 days. So you would be between 150 and 200 days, which evens out to about 2 a year. 2 soulstones a year is a lot of soulstones. I mean, the thing is that I think we need to start realizing is soulstones are additional. These types of games don't really do soulstones, especially not often. It's very, very rare for games to do that sort of thing, especially games that are very important with awakenings. But we have the option to invest soulstones that we happen to get, and we get given out in whatever we want. Now, when it comes to these sorts of things, I think it's a lot better to have reliability than it is to have RNG, especially because that seems to be one of the biggest issues, at least that I have with it. I mean, the fact that people have so many and other people have so little is ridiculous. And we need a bit of consistency. The whole idea of this update should be consistency and also making it so that it seems better than it does seem right now. Because it seems worse than it is, right? This update is not that bad. I'm telling you, people are over exaggerating. But at the same time, it looks ridiculous and the ranges are just too big. So in my opinion, what they should do is lower it to 500, 600, make it 3 to 4 a day, and give people like 2 soulstones a year. That's what it should be. Additional. Keep in mind, you can still pull them. We will obviously still get them for free. Hopefully next anniversary they learn and they give us a polish or something. But either way, that's my opinion there. So I know people are going to disagree with me, but if you have any better ideas, please leave them in the comments and I will refer them to the devs. This is just my way that I would change them, because at the same time, you don't just need to be like, oh, well, I want a soulstone every month. That is ridiculous. That makes no sense from a financial standpoint. You have to come up with a solution that not only benefits the player base and makes this a more enjoyable experience, and you also have to kind of give a solution that still allows them to make money and keep their status quo. Because obviously, a lot of the people, like the developers and stuff, have to report to the higher ups. And they have to report that they're making money. So the changes need to have that in mind in order for them to even come out. Right? If you just say a soulstone every month, willy-nilly, they're not going to do that because they can't. Because they're not allowed. Right? So you have to get that middle ground. That's what I'm trying to do. And if you guys have any better suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I will refer all the good ones to the devs. I just wanted to put my idea out there. Let me know what you guys think. And don't get too upset in the comments, please. It's additional. Like, literally, there is no downside for this being added. It's just a little less than I would like it to be. And I know a lot of people would like it to be. Okay? Keep that in mind. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you all in the next one. Destined signing out.